you teed one up for me here, which is something that I
Yeah.
wanted to mention, that not specifically on topic of like standings, but which is fine. I think it is something that we got to discuss. Anthony
Yeah.
Duclair. We spent the last week talking about Anthony Duclair, from the post game comments to the to him, stepping away, and everything in between. He has now missed 2 games. Has not been with the team for 2 games.
That we've won.
And they've won both of them, and it's not like they've really missed him, which is harsh, but the reality. Let's be honest here. I asked you this already, but I'm gonna pitch it to you again to see where you're at with this. Does Anthony Duclair play again this season, or play again for the Islanders ever? Like, what is the fault? What is going to happen here? And I know you don't have the answer, but I'm just curious to see where your head's at.
My feeling is he does not play again for them this year, but eventually plays for them just because that contract is way too long. They're not going to find another place for him. They could, I guess, buy it out, but that if they do, I don't think he's finding another spot in the NHL, and he probably knows that. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a weird situation. It honestly really is, because as we discussed the other night, Anthony Duclair obviously has every right to go, I need some time. I want to take a step away from the team. I don't know what the end game play is there, because I only think he's hurting himself. And I'm not trying to come across as like anti-player. That's not how I usually operate. Like, I think it's obviously, you take the side of the player and like the negotiations, and just, I don't know, with most things. But in this specific instance, it's kind of tough because he's had a really hard year. He was criticized very harshly, but criticized publicly. And then instead of being like, hey, I'm going to, try and prove him wrong the last 8 games, and just, go out there and try to end the season on a high note, it was, all right, I'm stepping away. I'm done.
Yeah, and of course we don't have all the information, so and the team isn't giving us any, so we have to fill the void. The more I think about it, the more I'm obviously with you there. But then I'm going, is there just something else that we're missing here? Why else would he say, I have to take a step back and think about things? Is it, I have to take a step back about things because I can't push myself to the way that they want me to push myself because I'm still not 100%? Again, complete theory, putting it out there, because again, the team isn't saying anything, and we're trying to figure out why this guy isn't here. That's the one I'm hoping for, because it makes it makes things a little bit more palatable in terms of, at least at a player and organizational level, going like, okay, we understand that we want more from you, and you're saying like, I probably can't do that because I'm still not 100%. This is the best way to go. But that's not how this is being communicated.
No.
With what we've got, it doesn't sound like he's hurt. It's he needs to think about what he wants to do, which doesn't sound great.
No, I don't know what that means.
Right.
Which was essentially the whole point of me bringing that up, is because basically how this started. Do we see him again this year? Do we ever see him again as an Islander? Is it just, I'm going to step away for the rest of the season, then I'll come back with a clear head for training camp? Like, what's happening?
Yeah. It could be that he's just so friggin' pissed off at Patrick Roy for what he said and how he said it, that he's like, I need to decompress and get away from this place. We had a good conversation about what you want, but I'm still super pissed off and I can't be around because I'm going to do something I regret, and I don't want to do that.
Fair.
That's another one where I'm like, I can see that, because Patty blasted him pretty good.
He did. But again, as we mentioned too, they have this past relationship. Like, I think a big reason why he chose the Islanders was because Patrick Roy was here. That's a coach that he's played for in the past.
Yep. Absolutely. I don't know. And to be fair to Patty, he wasn't playing well. He has not played well for weeks.
Months.
Even.
Months. Yeah. He had an okay start to the season, the first 5 games, and then gets hurt and has not been anywhere close to the player that he was.
Yeah. Fantastic training camp, fantastic opening part of the season, as you mentioned. And then, fell off when it came to injury. Maybe he's still not 100%. Maybe something's still bothering him. But it sucks that here we are end of the year and we're talking about obviously not playoffs. Everything is negative. And I understand when things aren't going well, it's hard to find positives, but there's really very, very few positives to look at. So again, you're talking about the negatives of the bad season, poor direction. We don't have this. We're not making the playoffs. We're not making a draft pick. And then the top signing we made in the offseason isn't here for reasons.
We have no idea why.
Yeah, we have no idea why. It's not great.
No.
But let's keep Lou around. If you like that, make sure to subscribe to Up the Turnpike on Patreon for more exclusive New York Islanders content.